Hi guys, it's the Blender Animator here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to convert images into an mp4 file which you can use to do whatever you want with, edit videos. I don't really care much. I'm just here to show you how to convert it. Right, so the first thing you want to do is, well, I've done this with Blender, but many apps you might encounter it giving away tons of PNG files because maybe saving reasons or other reasons. I don't care, it might give you those files. Now, what you want to do is download this program called Blender. In fact, a special type of Blender you want Blender 2. Wait, just let me find this. You want Blender 2.78, and I've got it saved here in a file. You can download it however you want. I've just got it saved here in a file because that's how it came. And what you want to do is open up the thing which says Blender, and you should, be met with something which looks like this, bit like this. Sorry, I cannot speak today. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and change this thing here by clicking on it to 100%, so it outputs at 920 by 1080p, because that's really what you want to be outputting at. I mean, you can change this to whatever you want, but I'm going to do this because, well, it's basically wherever you output your videos in, just change it to that. Now you want to change the file type to H.264 and make sure the encoding is H.264. And I'd recommend lossless output. It doesn't actually take that much longer, and it means there's no weird stuff which basically makes it easier to edit things with, especially in something like HitFilm, which I've got. It just it just sort of screws up a lot, so it's important. Now what you want to do is go ahead and select your output folder. This is wherever you want your images to go. Your video to go. I'm going to put it on the desktop and call it, which you can do just by clicking up there, animation. I couldn't think of anything else to name it, so let's go ahead and accept that. And last thing we need to do now is actually get something for it to actually render. Oh yeah, just one last thing. You can change your FPS by clicking that if you want to do that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and click this little box icon, and go ahead and click Video Sequence Editor. And now you can use scroll wheel to zoom out and in if you want to do that sort of thing. You don't need to. And it should automatically be set at 0 plus 0.1. Now if it isn't, if it's somewhere like this for some reason, just set it back down to that. So basically it will render properly. Now you want to go ahead and click Shift A and go to image. You can actually convert videos into different formats, but I'll be doing a separate video on that one later on. So now you want to click image and find where you save your images. I save this here in my image folder, and you want to first count how many images you have. So you should save all the way up to how many your end frame, which is 250 for me. So I'm going to go here and replace the number to the same number as my end frame, 250, so it accepts basically all these. And now you want to go ahead and click A, and then click A again, but because I selected something I had to click twice, you might not have to, it's different with anybody, but click A a few times until it selects everything. Now you want to go ahead and click Add Image Strip, and you'll see some sort of purple rectangle appears, and it has a little number at the end of it, the way even English, and this is your number of how many frames there are. Now let's say that I open this up and there's something like 90. This has got more frames than there are frames in this box here, yeah? So you want to make sure that that number equals that number. So I'm going to change this to 250. because if you don't, it'll just like stop halfway through and there's nothing else left. So don't do that unless you really want. Just don't, actually. Right, now let's go ahead and go back into 3D view and click, go randomly somewhere here. I'm going to go in here like 70. Yeah, there we go. And click render. Just this basically checks that it's actually rendering that, the image strip, rather than like, if I did that, I think this might not. If I did that, it would just like render weird openness, yeah. Or it might just render that if you do it wrong. If you do it wrong, just go back, find out what you did wrong, correct it. Right, so now we're pretty much done. So the last thing you want to do is go ahead and click that animation button, and you'll see every single one of your frames just starts playing. Now this will take, I don't know, it has a time remaining thing here, which is not always accurate, but it's better than nothing. It should take you, it depends on how long it is, but it shouldn't take you that long. It should take, you know, no longer than a minute, rather than usual video editing times, which is like 50 times that, though. Yeah, it's about 50 times that. An hour remaining. Yes. Okay, so once it's done that, it should end at like something like that. And now you can go ahead and click X, and then it says some changes have not been saved. Do you really want to quit? And you want to go OK because you haven't really done much, and there's no real point in saving it. I mean, unless you're that sort of person who likes saving everything, even if they've done nothing. But okay. And if you go ahead and opened it, wow, it's all done in. It says 10 seconds there, but it's done all at once. So what has happened? Well, for some reason, Windows 10 doesn't like this file type, so you will need to use another software, handbrake, to actually convert it into mp4, because it just doesn't like that AVI file. But you can do this simply by opening up handbrake. I'll leave a link to every single one of the programs we're going to be using in the description at the end of the video, or at the start, I don't know, depends how my editing goes. And now, once you've opened it up, you want to go ahead and put that in there, and it will just say something for a while. Now you want to go into video, this is where it matters, and change frame rate, FPS, to 24, so it matches the same frame rate as your video. Make sure that actually, if you have something like 100 frames, just make sure it equates with each other. And you want to change this to constant frame rate. Sorry, just smashed the microphone there. Frame rate. And this is our quality. We'll smash that right up to the top. And I might just have it at very slow, like Plabiso, which is like max, just takes forever, and I don't want to go for that for the video. Might actually change it to slow, but if you're going to render any animation that will take a while, that is worth it. Go Plabiso, whatever. Please, I'm terrible at any sort of accent or reading anything. Right, now you want to go ahead and save this where you want it. I've got it in my Blender folder, which I appear not to be able to find. There it is. Floor attack, and I'm going to call it floor attack animation, and go ahead and save that. I hope I spelled it right. That'd be embarrassing. Okay, and now once you've done that, you want to go ahead and click this little button called starting code. Oh, actually make sure it's mp4, not mkv, because then that just sort of screws things up. So make sure it's mp4, and then click starting code, and it'll start to encode. Quite slowly. Well, it depends. It's quite fast, actually. But I suppose it depends how impatient you are. There we go, it'll start encoding. They'll stop. That's perfectly natural. It just sort of stops at like 92% odd. I think it's sort of packaging the file or whatever you call it, I don't know. And now you want to go ahead and close this down, and it shouldn't give you some sort of thing. I hope. It doesn't matter, it should go away after a few times. Now you want to go ahead and go into where you saved it, which is in Blender, and floor attack, and I believe, it should say here mp4 file. If you want to double check, you can go ahead and right click it. I think that's right, and go into properties, and it should say mp4 file. If it doesn't, redo it, rechange it to mp4. It can be a bit buggy, but generally it's not. So yeah, it's just a bit. I bet they'll change it in new version. So once this video is out, it's probably already changed. I mean, they're quite fast updating. So once you're happy with the file, you can go ahead and click OK, and play the animation, because this took me a while and I kind of like it. I actually do quite like it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time.